Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Surfer's Journey. In today's episode, I'm going to talk all about what surfing etiquette is and what you have to do to actually show surfing etiquette when you're out in the water. A lot of people don't seem to show it from beginners all the way to advanced, but it's really important, and the fundamental principle is not that hard, which is simply just treat other people how you would want to be treated out in the water. And guys, if you're new here, please subscribe to the channel now so you can stay up to date with all of my latest videos and tutorials. For almost every surfer out there, when we're surfing, we want peace and harmony out in the water. But if we don't respect each other, conflict can happen. To start off today's video, I want to quickly define what a kook is. This is my definition that I've come up with over 20 years of surfing. Now, a common misconception with what a kook is that a kook relates to a beginner level surfer, but in my opinion, that's totally inaccurate. How can you criticize someone who's out there trying to have a good time and improve their surfing? Remember that everyone has to start from somewhere, and you were once exactly like that person. So in my opinion, a kook is someone who's out there disrupting other people's surf sessions. They're out there snaking people, dropping in on people, getting in the way. They only care about their own time and not about anyone else's. So what can you actually do when you're out in the surf to show that you're respectful of everybody else and ultimately you're showing good surfing etiquette? Well, I'm going to break down 3 key points that you can do when you're out in the water to show that. The first of these things not to do is dropping in on another surfer. Now, when a surfer takes off closest to the peak, like me in this example, I have right of way. And to drop in on another surfer is when you take off on a wave that somebody else is already on, like we see here. This is a huge no-no, and it's easy to avoid. So how do we know exactly who has right of way? Well, this example makes it clear. Here we see a whole bunch of surfers that want this wave, but the surfer who's closest to the peak, the breaking part of the wave, has priority. One variable to this rule can be who's been waiting the longest, but we'll take a look at this a little bit later on. So just make sure that before you catch that wave, that no one else is on the inside closer to the peak and has been waiting longer than you. If you do this, you've done the right thing. Point number 2 is snaking. Now this is what snaking looks like. See this surfer here? Well, she's been waiting for her wave. It's a right-hander. But snaking is when a surfer paddles on the inside of a surfer to try and get that closest peak position, putting them in that prime position. However, this is no good. That surfer has been waiting the longest, and therefore it's their right of way. When a surfer is up and riding on a wave, it's everyone else's responsibility to get out their way. And here we can see a surfer that's done that with ease. However, these situations aren't always that simple. And sometimes you might actually have to paddle towards the breaking part of the wave to get out the way of that surfer. If you don't make any effort, then situations like this can happen and people can get seriously hurt. Let's have a look at another situation. Here we see 2 surfers, one on a left and one on a right. But who has right of way? Well, the surfer who took off first has right of way, and that other surfer should kick out before they hit each other. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's another variable. Even though in this example, I have peak position and could have caught this wave, well, that guy there, he's been waiting longer. So therefore, that was his right of way. But because he paddled, that was his wave and he missed it. That means that he then goes to the back of the queue, which then gives me right of way. But as you can see, this surfer chose to drop in on me anyway, which of course is dropping in. By having awareness of what surfing etiquette is and showing respect to each other out in the water, we can avoid these kind of situations and everyone can have a good time. And on top of those three things, it's important that a surfer has a realistic knowledge of their ability. By having that, you'll be able to surf at an appropriate spot for you. So you're not going to surf somewhere that's too big over rocks or reef, which are going to put you in danger, but then other people in danger having to try and help you if you get into a tricky situation. Guys, thanks for watching the video today. I hope that now you understand what surfing etiquette is and you know exactly what you need to do to show it next time you're in the water. Remember to like the video and comment below to let me know what other videos you'd like to see.